So another week of Dragon Ball Super and another interesting episode here. This continues the run we've had for a little while here, where these episodes have been on point, I must say. We're up to episode 96 now, and this episode is called The Time Is Here to the World of Void for the Fate of the Universes. So again, there's actually a lot to talk about with this episode because we get introduced to many new characters. I was wrong about two things. One of them I just want to mention real quick briefly here. The other I'll get to in the review, but there actually are unique designs for all of these universe fighters. I am so pleased to see this. This is phenomenal. There actually is like a bunch of different looking characters. I was thinking that there might not be. There'd be some excuse for it not to happen, but there really is a full roster for all 8 of these universes, and that is really dope. Alright, so the episode opens up with the 4 Gods of Destructions and Kaioshins from the 4 universes that are exempt from the Tournament of Power. And it's Universe 1, Universe 5, Universe 8, and Universe 12 are the 4 exempt universes. Now, I'm going to get into it in a second here, but the way this scene plays out, 3 of the Gods of Destruction, the God of Destruction from Universe 1, 5, and 8 have a little bit of a sparring match to test out the durability of the Tournament of Power ring. A lot of people theorized this last week after seeing the episode preview, and that did turn out to be the case. Now, there's 2 interesting things that we take out of the scene besides the absolute incredible fighting. This is probably the first time we've actually seen Gods of Destruction really going all out. I would say except for the manga chapter where we saw Beerus and Champa going at it, that's the only other time. The fighting looked phenomenal. The animation was on point. Like, Dragon Ball Super has looked so good lately. This is just absolutely what I'm talking about. Now, real quick, what I noticed here is that one of these Gods of Destructions, Jin from Universe 12, did not participate in this little sparring match. And he's asked by one of the Kaioshins, are you not going to participate as well? And he says the result is obvious. Now, we could take one of 2 things out of this. Either one is that he knew what the end result was going to be, and that's the kind of finale of the battle between these 3 Gods of Destructions. They're shooting out crazy energy beams, there's explosions, some parts of the ring are destroyed, and then the Daishinkan tells them, okay, that's impressive, you guys taught me, some areas that needed to be put together a little better. Now, I'm going to go, open up the gates for all the universes to arrive. You 3 fix it. So he makes those 3 Gods of Destruction fix the damage they caused. Now, that could be one reason why Jin does not participate, is because he foresaw that would happen and did not want to help put together the ring. But the other option is very interesting. I think it's implied by the way Jin talks that he is stronger than the other 3 Gods of Destructions. Now I'm going to take a little leap here to think, well then maybe this is the fighter, the God of Destruction, who is stronger than Beerus. That's a safe bet based on what we saw. And then if we take another leap, that the fighter, the mortal who is stronger than even a God of Destruction, may very well be from Universe 12. I was thinking, based upon the way we kind of discussed it and Beerus mentioned it, that the fighter who is stronger than a God of Destruction was probably not going to be in the Tournament of Power. And now, based upon this, it seems to me as though that fighter resides in Universe 12, which is exciting because this sets us up past the Universal Survival Arc, which I do like to see them doing. Now, here's the other thing that happens. I just want to make a quick point of this. This isn't really a problem with the anime, but as much as this is probably a problem with Toyotaro's tendency to have to change everything constantly, this might not be like a plot hole or whatever, but I just wanted to point this out. So the Daishinkan says that the stage is made from Kachi Kachin, which he says is harder than the material, which is mined in Universe 7. Okay, that's cool. Mined in Universe 7. Remember, we saw the Kaioshin use that kind of as a sparring tool with Gohan and the Z-Sword on the Supreme Kaioshin's planet. Cool, got it. But in the manga, Merge Zamasu uses Kachin metal to toss around all over at Goku and Vegeta. So, tell me this, Merge Zamasu. Where are you finding this Kachin if you're from Universe 9 originally? Or not Universe 9, Universe 10, excuse me. I mean, maybe because he's in Universe 7, he's able to just materialize it from Universe 7, because they're fighting Merge Zamasu, obviously, on future Earth in Universe 7. But I just wanted to point this out. This is kind of a... This seems like a contradiction to me, that the Daishinkan is saying Kachin is, you know, he's not saying it's only Universe 7, but he says mind in Universe 7. So how the fuck is Merge Zamasu using it then? Just a little odd, a little weird, probably not that big of a deal, but again, I just want to point these little things out when I notice them. So that about covers the first third of the episode. Again, the fighting was phenomenal. We saw all three of the Gods of Destructions. They have that same purple, like, glow that Beerus had when he would fight, like, Super Saiyan God Goku, or when he would power it up. So it does look like that God of Destruction energy is kind of, like, I don't want to say shared between them, but they all have the same color aura, that purple aura. So that's interesting. You know, maybe Zeno-sama, when he picks a God of Destruction, actually puts, like, makes these gods have God of Destruction energy or something along those lines. Again, I'm looking way too far into it, but it's important to try and take things out like this. Like, the fact that they all have the same color aura is interesting, even though, like, they used a lot of beam attacks that were different colors. The next thing that happens is we see Frieza's introduction at Capsule Corporation. We see Frieza begin to interact with various fighters. Now, this is great because Vegeta notices Frieza and he kind of like smirks and laughs and says, "Oh, Frieza, that halo looks good on you." And you see Frieza get like pissed off. Like, you see he's kind of got his arms crossed and you see like his fist kind of like clench a little bit, like clutching his elbow. And like he laughs and retorts and is like, "Oh, I think it would look very good on you as well, Vegeta. Perhaps I should give it to you as a present." And it's like, yo, these two going back and forth. This is what I signed up for. When we said Frieza was coming back, I needed shit like this. I love this. And of course, that causes everyone to break down. And, you know, Piccolo is like, "Oh, Vegeta, chill." And Frieza and Vegeta are about to go at it. Like, it's good. And Goku walks up and Frieza's like, "I'm not taking orders from you, bitch." Like, okay. So I'm liking it. So far, there's been no negatives with Frieza there. Now, another thing that's super interesting here is we see Yamcha in the background kind of spying on what's going on with the Universe 7 team members. And so this, like, those leaks about Frieza joining Universe 4, they were like 95% accurate. The only thing not true in those leaks was Frieza actually joining Universe 4, because Frieza started to try and join Universe 9. Yamcha was at Capsule Corporation waiting when Goku and Frieza arrived, just like the leak said. Remember, it said he is waiting at Capsule Corporation. Boom! Yamcha is waiting, and that also kind of brings a lot of things into the light here, like the voice actor for Yamcha talking about stuff, the writer for that Dragon Ball Super episode. All the puzzle pieces are aligned now. It looks like someone with real knowledge about how the episodes are being built, like how Dragon Ball Super is, kinda, like, I don't know if they leaked it themselves, but they just smudged one little thing to throw people off the scent and fuck with people. I do really like that happened, though. It does keep us on our toes now. So, like, when big news drops, it is always still like, okay, but, like, we don't 100% know until it actually happens. I love this. This is fantastic. The leaks, that part was definitely fake, but so much of it was true. So, very good, very good. So Gohan, Piccolo, and Kaioshin, they kind of try and take like a leader role and tell everyone like, okay, listen, everyone calm down. We have to work together. Team Waku, just like in Naruto. I love how they say that they got to use the English word there. It does put a little more like oomph into it, so it's very cool. But the Kaioshin gives them a plan that they're to remain together at all times at the beginning of the tournament. and they're to try to conserve as much stamina as possible. And he tells them that if fighters approach, use like one more to kind of subdue them. So like if one enemy from a different universe attacks, then squash them with 2. If 2 dudes show up, squash them with 3. Now Goku and Vegeta both object to this, and Piccolo and Gohan have a little discussion about how, they are Saiyans to the core, and they're not gonna like kind of doing this. And I love how Gohan is like, well, we're just gonna have to take command and encourage team play. And I was like, okay, Gohan, leader Gohan, I love it. Then Whis kind of calls them all together that they have to hold hands in a circle to teleport over to the world of Void. And this leads to kind of a funny moment where Vegeta doesn't want to hold hands with Frieza. Again, like, some parts are funny, but I do like this does kind of cheapen some of the parts. Like, Vegeta crying, dying, explaining his past to Goku and the history of the Saiyans. Like, is it cheapened a little bit by this little gag where Vegeta doesn't want to hold hands with Frieza? I don't know. You tell me. But it was funny. But, like, let's not use Frieza as too much joke material because, again, we don't want to cheapen some of the great moments of Dragon Ball Z. So after that, they go ahead and teleport over to the world of Void. Now, what's interesting is that the only person there to see them off is Bulma. Like, no Chi-Chi, no, we know Goten, Trunks, and Marin are off protecting 17's island, but, we could have figured that maybe Videl or Mr. Satan could have been there, like, actually seeing them off. I feel like that could have been done a lot better. We could have had a much better send-off scene than the one that we actually received right there. But it's okay. It's all good. Now, several other universes start to arrive after Universe 7 arrives, and the Gods of Destruction are still not finishing completing the ring. Now, 18 notices how, like, they're just floating in a void, and they won't be able to, like, if they fall out, that's going to be bad. And Vegeta's like, well, we can just fly. And then Whis says, no, you're not going to be able to. And Goku is like, oh, yeah, we definitely can. And Goku jumps up, and he's not able to fly. So I'm really surprised at this. I was wrong about this. I thought for sure it was clear in the way that Daishinkan explained it before that once you were knocked over the edge of the ring, then you wouldn't be able to fly. But no, they have it here where they can't even fly above the ring, which does surprise me. Honestly, I think it might have been a little better if they were able to fly, because the aerial battles that we're so accustomed to seeing, we're not really going to get a whole lot of. I mean, sure, I'm sure it'll still be well done, but I think just making it to where once they pass that threshold, not being able to fly at that point would have been sufficient enough. They didn't have to cancel flying in the ring itself, but that's the case. There will be no flying besides, like, the fighters that actually have wings, because we see a couple of fighters that are from Zamasu's universe, Universe 10, actually have wings and are able to fly. Whis also explains that each fighter will feel gravity native to their birth planet, which means that Goku and Vegeta should feel, higher gravity than like Krillin or Gohan or Piccolo should, since they were all born on Earth, but Goku and Vegeta were born on planet Vegeta. Now, after this, we get two very interesting scenes. One, we see Frieza and Frost begin to talk, and they kind of are like, they're being so, like just really sneaky, like they're laughing, and it's like, oh, you're like me, huh? And Frost is like, oh, yes. And Frieza's like, so, do you like ruling with power? And Frost is like, mm-hmm. And Frieza's like, oh, okay, so maybe we should team up then. And Frost is like, yes. So it's like, okay, this is cool. Looks like we are going to see some shenanigans involving Frost and Frieza. Man, I mean, what if Frieza somehow tells Frost, like, the secret to kind of create, like, the Golden Frost or Golden Frieza form? Now, remember, based off the dialogue that Frieza was giving, it's pretty explicitly stated by him that he chose the color gold to mock Super Saiyans. So it's very possible that Frost could achieve this same form as Golden Frieza, but his could be a different color. We could have Gold Frieza and then Platinum Frost or something along those lines, because that dialogue of Frieza's is very important that he mentioned he specifically made it gold. Now, the other thing we have happen is Kabe, Caulifla, and Kale introduce themselves to Goku and Vegeta. And it's great because Goku sees Caulifla and he's like, oh, a girl Saiyan. And like he goes to shake hands with her and she smacks his hand away and says, get real. We're deciding who's the strongest of all the universes, you fucker. And I love it because Goku is like, oh, you're just like me. Yo, I did like seeing that. That was great. Caulifla remains bae, okay? Caulifla is still the one, okay? I love Caulifla. It's sad. I really hope that Caulifla is around past the Universal Survival arc somehow. I would almost bet she is, but I need way more Caulifla, just past these couple episodes. And it's great, because some people thought that maybe, Master Roshi's perviness might manifest with Caulifla and Kale around. And, like, Goku and them are talking to the female Saiyans. And Krillin turns over to Master Roshi and he's like, Master, are you gonna be okay like that? And he bops Krillin on the head and says, come now, I have overcome my perviness. And it's great, because you see both Krillin and Tien are standing there and they both kind of, like, do a pose real quick. I was like, yo, that felt like classic Dragon Ball right there. That was really good. Then after that, Universe 11 arrives, and it's just what we wanted to see. The first thing we see is, like, Goku and Vegeta kind of do, like, oh, the Nani! Like, what is this energy I'm sensing? And they turn around, and, oh, Universe 11 shows up. The Toku Sentai, they got their whole pose going on and everything. And it's like, oh, shit, Goku and Vegeta, they can feel that boy Jiren. He is a real problem. And Caulifla notices Vegeta and Goku's reaction, and she kind of laughs and mocks them and says, the Universe Saiyans aren't the ones to worry about. It's, these guys over here. Then the episode just continues to peak at this point. Goku goes over and kind of like talks to Toppo, and I love it. Masako Nozawa, the serious Masako, comes out. When she gets that serious voice, I just get goosebumps. I'm like, oh yeah. Goku walks up and Masako, she comes out with the super serious voice, and Goku's like, oh, I can't wait to settle things from last time. And I was sitting here like Birdman, just rubbing my hands together like, oh shit, this is gonna be good when Goku starts fighting Toppo and Jiren. Oh boy. And Goku notices him over there. Toppo doesn't really have a problem with Goku. Like before, he was like, oh, I must vanquish this evil, blah, 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 blah. This time, though, he says, I don't care about personal squabbles. I'm here to save Universe 11. And again, I'm like, yo, man, I like Toppo a lot. Toppo's cool. But Goku spies with his little eye Jiren back there. And, he wants to go talk to Jiren. So Goku goes to actually say something to Jiren. And just in that instant, Jiren appears behind Goku and tells him to get lost. I was like, oh, fuck, this is that anime shit. Goku literally goes, yo, and as he's saying yo, goes to stop Jiren behind him. Holy shit. What is Jiren's power? He has to be ridiculous, and I'm sure of it now. Based off of Goku, Vegeta's reactions, how quick Jiren was able to, kind of get the jump on Goku. I'm sorry, but I'm positive now. Goku has, some big-ass secret he's gonna bust out in the tournament. I know that's not oh, yeah, what a crazy theory that the next big arc is gonna have a new transformation or a new thing. Not exactly like a groundbreaking, guess or prediction, but I really think Goku is gonna bust out something big, and this Goku versus Jiren fight, man, after seeing them squabble in the intro for 3 solid months now, I really think they are going to really give us something good, something to talk about here. Now, the Gods of Destruction finish putting all of the blocks into the Tournament of Power ring, and right as they're finishing up, several of the blocks head towards Goku and Jiren. Goku quickly, jumps way far out of the way, but Jiren does not move, and Goku notices after they go right by Jiren, very close to him, but he says Jiren completely read the way those blocks were moving. He completely read their movements, and he didn't even need to move. So it's like, oh boy, this is good. I cannot wait until Goku and Jiren fight. Now, after this, we get a nice little introduction to all the universes. We see Universe 2. They've got like a General Rildo looking fighter, and they have like almost like a succubus, like hentai type like girl there. And this also, of course, is where the Teletubby girl is from whatchamacallit. We saw her, and she's fighting Super Saiyan Vegeta in the intro. Also, the member of Yardrat that we saw in the preview last time is with Universe 2, and not only that, but Goku calls out, he says, "Is that a Yardrat?" And even Vegeta knows, he goes, "Oh, the ones with instant transmission." And they're like, "Okay, well, we should watch out there." And I was like, "Oh shit, okay." So they really brought it to attention that that legit is a Yardrat. Very cool. Then we see Universe 3. They've got a lot of the metal fighters, and they also have like some sort of magician-looking guy. Definitely excited to see what they're all about. Obviously, the robotic universe, very cool. We see Universe 4, who they all have like kind of the same green tint to them. Also, we see this one kind of, definitely a Toriyama design character. This character looks like he's straight out of like Chrono Trigger or something. He is the one who was spying on Goku and found out about Frieza being resurrected and told the Universe 4 God of Destruction. Nothing much else to say about that. Next, we see Universe 6. Of course, we get a nice shot. We see Autumn Magetta, Botamo, Hit, Frost, Kabe are all there, along with Caulifla, Kale, and then we see another pig fighter. But there's still 2 members of Universe 6 unaccounted for who we have not been introduced to yet. Of course, then it shows Universe 7, but obviously we know all about them already. Then we see Universe 9, who, I mean, they appear to just have like a bunch of jobber-looking dudes, in all honesty, along with the trio of dangers that we saw at the Zen exhibition match. Then we see Universe 10 with, all of their goofy-looking fighters, and it's like, oh yeah, I understand why Zamasu wanted to kill all Ningens now. It makes a ton of sense. And there's even like a dude with a rose, like a tuxedo mask type motherfucker here. Actually, more like, is it No, not Karasu. That's the dude from Yu Yu Hakusho. Fuck. His name starts with a C. One of Mr. Satan's proteges. I'm so embarrassed. I actually forgot this fucker's name. From Dragon Ball Z. One of his proteges. He was in, I think, the first episode of Dragon Ball Super, too. Karoni. Yes. Karoni is his name. I can't believe I forgot that. What a fucking disgrace I am. But anyway, then the next, of course, we see Universe 11, the Pride Troopers, looking powerful as hell. I can't wait to see Universe 11 fight. And that was this episode, man. So fucking good. Next episode, the Tournament of Power truly begins. I am so hyped. Dragon Ball Super has me hyped. Damn! Next week is going to be so awesome. The Tournament of Power begins. Woo-hoo-hoo! Let's go!